Today we are going to look at word problems that leads to a simultaneous linear equation. And here we have the question. The distance from A to B is d kilometers and that from B to C is x kilometer. If a bus maintains an average speed of 50 kilometers per hour between A and B and 60 kilometers per hour between B and C, it takes 3 hours to travel from A to C. If it maintains 60 kilometers per hour between A and B and 50 kilometers per hour between B and C, the journey takes 8 minutes less. What is the distance from A to C via B? Now, to begin with, I'm going to draw a straight line. Such that is the distance from A to B to C. And the first case, we have been given that the distance from A to B, so we have 3 stations, A, then to B, and then B to C. So the distance from A to B, that is from A to B, is d kilometers. Then that from B to C is x kilometers. If a bus maintains an average speed of 50 kilometers per hour, so we have the first case, so we consider the first case whereby the bus from between A to B, it maintains a speed of 50 kilometers per hour, and then from it maintains an average speed between A and B, and then 60 kilometers per hour between B and C. Then between B and C, it maintains a speed of 60 kilometers per hour. That is the first case. So in short, the total time taken from A to C using these speeds, then the total time is 3 hours. Then the other case, the second case or the second scenario is that if it maintains 60 kilometers per hour between A and B, now it maintains a speed of 60 kilometers per hour, and between B and C it maintains a speed of 50 kilometers per hour. Between B and C maintain a speed of 50 kilometers per hour. So then it will take 8 minutes less. So in the first case it took 3 hours. 3 times 60, that is 180 minutes. And the second scenario, it takes 8 minutes less. So 180 minutes, we subtract 8 minutes. If we subtract 8 minutes, we get 172 minutes. So 172 minutes, converting it to hours, it will be 172 over 60. Let me just rewrite as 172 all over 60 hours. We are going to simplify it in our calculation. The other thing that I want you to understand is the relationship between time, distance, and speed. Using the triangular formula, distance is equal to speed times time. So simply we need now to use this formula. Time is equal to distance over speed. So this is what will help us to find the value of d and the value of x. time is equal to distance over speed, then in the first case from A to B, the speed is 50 km/h. That is the distance. So the time taken will be, that is d over 50 plus, from B to C the speed is 60 km/h. So the time taken will be distance over speed, which is x over 60. It will give us a total time. So between A and B, the time taken from A to B and B to C will give a total of 3 hours. So this will equate to 3. Let us simplify it. If we simplify it, the LCM of this value is 50 and 60 is 300. So I multiply each term by 300. Multiply by 300. So I will end up getting, this will be 6d plus the other one will be 5x will be equal to 900. I call this the first equation. Then the second scenario, when the speed between A and from A to B is 60 km, time taken will be d over 60. Then from B to C, speed is 50 km, so the time taken will be distance over speed, which is x over 50. Will give us the total time taken is 172 over 60 in hours. So it will be equal to 172 over 60. So LCM of 60, 50 and 60, that is 300. So I multiply each term by 300, multiply by 300, multiply by 300. So I will end up getting, this will be 5d plus x times 300 over 50, that will be 6x will be equal to 172 times 5, that will be 860. So I call this the second equation. Now already I have two linear equation or simultaneous equation, so I need to solve for the unknown values. So that is 6d plus 5x is equal to 900. The other equation is 5d plus 6x is equal to 860. So I have the two equations. So I want to use the elimination method to solve. So I'm going to eliminate d so that I remain with x. For I to eliminate d, I needed to multiply the two equations. I multiply equation 1 by 5 and then I multiply equation 2 by 6. So if I do so, I will end up getting 5 times 6, that is 30d, then plus 5 times 5x, that is 25x, will be equal to 900 times 5, that is 4500. The second one, 6 times 5d, that is 30d, then plus 6x times 6, that is 36x, will be equal to 860 times 6. I'll get 5160. Then the two equation I'm going to subtract. I consider, because I'm eliminating d, so I'm going to subtract it. So I use the rule that says same sign subtract. So if I subtract, I will get, so for 4500 minus 5160, I will get minus 660. 25x minus 36x, get minus 11x. So 30d minus 30d, that is 0. I have eliminated d. So in this case I divided through by minus 11, divide through by minus 11, so I get x will be equal to 60. So the other scenario, I'm going to eliminate x to get d. If I eliminate x to get d, now I need to multiply equation 1 by 6, and then I multiply equation 2 by 5. Everything I do for 8. Now if I do this, I will end up getting, so 6 times 6d, that is 36d, then plus 5x times 6, that is 30x, will be equal to 6 times 900, that is 5400. The other one, 5 times 5d, that is 25d, plus 5 times 6x, that is 30x, will be equal to 860 times 5. I get 4300. So I consider the two equations. Since I'm eliminating x, so I'm going to subtract. Same sign, subtract. Therefore I will get 5400 minus 4300, 0, 0, 1, 1. This will be 0. 30x minus 30x, that is 0. 36d minus 25d, that is 11d. So I divided through by 11, divided through by 11, so d will be equal to 100. Therefore, since the question requires us to find, we find what is the distance from A to C via B. So D is 100 and X is 60. So A, B, C. In short, the distance that AB plus BC, which is AB is D plus BC is X. And since from our calculation D is 100, X is 60, therefore AC is 160 kilometers, and this is the distance from A to C through B. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next lesson.